Hello everyone. Today I want to talk about anxiety disorder. First thing, all people in their life must have felt anxious about something, whether it's worrying about your future, about your relationship, or maybe about the fate of your favorite character in your favorite movie you recently watched. But have you ever felt anxiety so much that makes you always feel scared and anxious and all the time in your life? Just for the example, you go to a party with people you don't know 90% of. When on the road, you start to doubt and worry about everything. And you start to thinking, what if I'm not considered there? Who will I talk to later? Am I already wearing proper clothes? Those kinds of feeling. This kind of thing start chasing your mind along the way to the party. While you there, you stood holding a drink of glass in your hand and someone come over to you. Your hands start to sweating, your stomach start to ache a little, and the same thought start to appear again. Do I look strange? Does my breath smell? Or is this person going to throw me out? These thoughts always appear in every moment of your life. That is what is called anxiety disorder. People with anxiety disorder frequently have intense, excessive, and persistent worry and fear about everyday situation. Often, anxiety disorder involve repeated episode of sudden feeling of intense anxiety and fear or terror that reach a peak within minutes, or usually we call panic attack. I just want to let you know that anxiety is very common thing, but everyone in 14 people in the world has anxiety disorder. Every year, it also takes $42 billion to treat this mental illness. Yes, indeed, a lot of money was being spent on curing people with this seemingly ordinary disease. But just so you know, anxiety disorder can lead to depressive or worse, like suicide. But still, from people's point of view, some people points of view, it looks a little exaggerating. I was once the some of the people. I will tell a little of my experience. Not my real experience, but the experience of my friend who has had anxiety disorder. Let's call him Bo. He's my friend since childhood. She has always been anxious about a little thing in the past and probably shouldn't worry about it. For example, such as when he will attend an event at his school. It was mentioned that day that the dress code was batik and black trouser, I think. Non-jean, black trouser, non-jean. Because at the time he did not have black trouser and only had black jeans, I think. He was very panicked in this moment because at the time he did not have black trouser and only had black jeans. She seemed afraid that he was the only one wearing clothes that did not match the dress code. Then I told him, it's okay. If you don't know, if you don't have, then it's okay. Just say you have nothing but jeans. people will forgive you. But still, he was very anxious on the way to the school and kept wanting to go home because he afraid the that he only the one did not match the dress code. He is in a cold sweat and was very panic. Finally, when he go to school, he was fine. Not only him is in use wrong dress code. I think he's just a little overboard. Things like this keep happening, and I'm often next to him when they happen. Sometimes the day before the time of the announcement of the exam for college is coming, and the time he and I stay together in his home, he is very worried because he doesn't know what to do if he doesn't get accepted on the exam. Uh, Maybe because his economic situation is not pretty good, so the only hope for his future is the test. He was very scared, and his face was like he was about to cry when he said it to me. I do not know what to do if it is not accepted. Maybe I will leave the house so as not to become a burden on my parents. He said like that to me, and that time I feel very sympathetic to him. I told him that everything would be fine if he stayed optimistic and got rid of his worries. Not only me, but his other friend also supported him, and finally he was accepted on the exam. Maybe from my friend's experience that I have shared with you, you think that it's very difficult if you have anxiety disorder, or maybe if your friend has it. And what we have to do if we have anxiety disorder, the first thing first is seek treatment immediately. Go to doctor, go to psycholog. I mean, because a disease like this will be worse if we waiting and keeping in ourselves. And the second one is to participate activities that you think will maybe can relieve your anxiety and it's fun. And I give you advice, don't play online games because you'll be feel more depressed when you get losing streak, you know. And then the last thing you should do your when you expose your anxiety disorder is to avoid using alcohol and drugs, because so many people thinks that using it will make it easier to get rid of your anxiety, but on the contrary, it will make you more anxious and depressed, and it can be worse. It can harm yourself. It can hurt yourself. Then what to do when the people closest to you experience the anxiety disorder? There's the only one thing you can do, which to always support him in any situation and tell him that everything will be fine. Just give him support, give him motivation. So I think that's all I can say for this time. Thank you and goodbye.